Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu Zallah, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Ndume urges action against corruption, calls for unexplained wealth law. I have surpassed detractors' 8-year achievement, says Fubara. Troops foil Boko Haram attack in Borno. UN says 100,000 have fled Lebanon for Syria due to Israeli strikes. Now, top on what's trending, the lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Ali Ndume, has expressed concerns over the high level of corruption in Nigeria, describing it as a significant challenge facing the nation. Ndume made this statement during an interactive session with journalists in Kano on Saturday. In his words, our major challenge in this country is corruption. To date, we have no law that can proactively or reactively address the issue of corruption. If you find someone within our system, especially in politics or government, who is not corrupt, it is because he is fortunate enough to be God-fearing. Otherwise, it is only in Nigeria that you can steal money, work freely, and be celebrated. If you visit an area like this, people will start lobbying and prostrating before you, even when they know the money was stolen. Now, responding to that, someone said, I totally support this. You are a billionaire, or you're show working. Another said, as long as corruption is a pandemic, death sentence to corrupt practices is the only way. Someone alleged, yes, unexplained wealth law and failed manifesto prosecution. EFCC has never prosecuted and convicted a politician. Now, next on what's trending, the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has said he won't give away his kidney or liver just to be loyal to anybody, seemingly in response to the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, who has accused him of being disloyal. Fubara made the statement on Sunday, September 29th at the Interdenominational Church Thanksgiving service organized as part of activities marking the 64th Independence Day celebration of Nigeria at St. Paul's Cathedral of Anglican Communion at Garrison Junction in Port Harcourt. In his words, as a matter of fact, I belong to that school of thought that if I am the only person that needs to stand on that side of right, he said, I will stand there. I don't need anybody to stand with me. I cannot give my kidney or liver to anybody. I won't. If that is the only reason for me to be loyal, I will not be. But I will not do the wrong thing. I will stand for the side of right, the governor added. Now, responding, someone said, it's unfortunate when individuals turn against those who have supported them, and this seems to be a recurring issue, even among politicians like Wike, leaving one to wonder what loyalty truly means nowadays. Another said, true leadership is about integrity and collaboration, not isolation. Don't be naive in thinking you can stand alone without building bridges where they are needed. Someone sent a direct message to Wike saying, Wike, allow this man to do his term in peace. What is all this? Now, Siminalayi Fubara has said those antagonizing his administration are envious and frustrated, saying he is currently building a psychiatric hospital for the benefit of his detractors. He said his opponents and detractors were pained because he had achieved within 1 year what they did in 8 years. This came 24 hours after the former governor and the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, at a reception on Saturday in his honor by the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, mocked Fubara for resorting to join the Action People's Party, saying he would teach the governor how to play politics. At the event, the Executive Director of Finance and Administration of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Chiboma Iyaye, apologized to Wike for Fubara's alleged misdeeds. Now, someone said, truth be told, you've done nothing. I have lived in Rivers State for the past 20 years. Oga, stop making noise. Let your work speak for you. Another said, don't worry. We'll believe you when the next election starts. Another opined, Governor Fubara is living in a bubble. He claims to have surpassed Wike's 8 years achievement. How can that be when he has been involved in kickboxing 247 from day one with his benefactors? His case is like that of a cat who has dipped its hand in an okra soup. He is in for a long thing, wishing him luck, but he must remain aware 247 because those he is in the ring fight with will never sleep nor slumber until they see his back if they can. Now, next on what's trending, troops of the multinational Joint Task Force MNJTF, operating under Section 3 deployed to Borno State, have foiled a Boko Haram attack in the northeastern state. The Chief Military Information Officer, MNJTF, Jabmeni Chad, Lieutenant Colonel Olani Osoba, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday. He said the troops, acting on credible intelligence, executed a tactical ambush neutralizing the threat before the terrorists could wreak havoc on innocent civilians. According to Osoba, the operation further highlights the task force's unwavering commitment to safeguarding the lives and property of citizens within its area of responsibility. He added that troops have since intensified their patrols in the general area to prevent any resurgence of terrorist activities, demonstrating their readiness to counter any threats and maintain stability across the region. Now, a netizen said, "Where are the bodies of the terrorist group to prove to us that what you are saying is true? Because we, the Nigerian youth, don't believe any talk without evidence anymore." Another said, "Here we go again. Not one single Boko Haram listed as killed, only capture of motorcycles and marijuana. But the terrorist leaves to attack again." Another said, "What of the terrorists? No information of them dead or captured?" Now, still talking security matters, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has vowed to discipline, dismiss, and prosecute the officer of the command, Maikano Sarkin Tasha, who was arrested by the police for supplying ammunition and drugs to bandits in Zamfara State. The Zamfara State Commandant Sani Mustafa, who made the statement while addressing the media at the command headquarters in Gusau, Zamfara State, has condemned the alleged barbaric behavior of the erring officer. "We condemn this act in all ramifications, as our command is known for integrity in service delivery, discipline and compliance with ethical standards," the commandant said. The command has zero tolerance to indiscipline, corruption, criminality or any vices that are unbecoming of an officer of the Corps. The Corps' standard operating procedure (SOP) is also enforced regularly to regulate personnel against compromise or any act of misconduct which is contrary to set standards and inimical to the well-being of the society. He explained that the arrested officer had earlier been reported for an irresponsible attitude to work, and efforts to track him were to no avail. Now, someone said, "Only by dismissing them, they feel they have done enough to curb the menace." Another said he should be arrested so as to get more information from him. Another person wrote, "Without prosecution." Now let's go on a quick break. We'll be back in no time. Stay tuned. Welcome back, it's Newsfeed. Now, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, on Sunday, September 29, said that over 40% of Nigerians now enjoy 20 hours of electricity supply daily. Adelabu, in a statement, explained that the feat was achieved using measures adopted by the government to ensure that Nigerians enjoy more stable and regular electricity supply. This feat is as a result of many of the revolutionary measures being undertaken by the Power Minister with the support of President Tinubu, he added. He said one of the major and significant achievements of his ministry within the last 1 year is that today we are generating over 5,500 megawatts of power. Adelabu emphasized that stable electricity in any economy cannot be overemphasized. The major achievement is the fact that today we generate over 5,500 megawatts of power, we transmit and distribute it, and over 40% of customers today enjoy over 20 hours of regular power supply across the nation. You can see that there is a significant improvement between when we came in and now, which we intend to improve further, he said in part. Now, a netizen said, "Ino lie, make we commend them when we see change." Another said, 40% is your benchmark and you're proud. A country like Nigeria, more than half of our population can't boast of constant light and you're proudly announcing it. Wow. Another person wrote, "Truth, but we they pay through our nose because this band A is something else. I no want talk any amount where person don't spend for light, but omo, whenever I reach house for night, there's always light even throughout Saturday till now. Now just 2 hours, they don't take them, but it dey cost money." Now, next on what's trending, a 35-year-old zoo worker at Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, Babaji Daule, has been mauled to death by a lion. It was gathered that the incident was caused by an act of negligence by the handler, a native of Bauchi State. Confirming the incident in a statement, the spokesperson of the Ogun State Police Command, Omolola Odutola, said the Chief Security Officer of Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library informed the divisional police officer of the incident. The victim's body was removed and taken to the mortuary at the Ijaye General Hospital, while the wild lion was shot to release its grip on the handler. Now, someone said, "That's sad. If he didn't raise that lion as a cub, mere feeding it is not enough for the lion to be familiar with the handler. This was a preventable incident if due process was followed." Another said, "Anytime lion is hungry, never neglect them because they can attack when hungry. May his soul rest in peace." Another wrote, "The zoo worker must have died a very painful death, having been mauled by a hungry lion he supposedly cared for. Quite grim. Obviously, the scene must be one theater of anguish. One could imagine the sudden, ferocious attack, his struggle to extricate himself, the exhaustion and the finality of his horrible death must be disheartening. It's saddening. I, for one, I don't cozy up animals and the ones used as pets inclusive. Believe me, humans are enough for me for bonding and socialization." Next one was trending. Nigerian cross-dresser and social media personality Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky, has filed a 1 billion naira lawsuit against Martins Vincent Ose, commonly known as Very Dark Man, accusing him of defamation through an audio clip. The lawsuit, announced via Bobrisky's Instagram account on Sunday, claims that Very Dark Man released an AI-generated audio recording that falsely implicated Bobrisky in illicit relationships with high-profile figures, including politicians and law enforcement officials. In the suit, Bobrisky's lawyers alleged that Very Dark Man used their client's name and influence for personal gain, making unsubstantiated claims about his relationships with politicians and law enforcement officials. Now, someone wrote, "Confidence over evidence." Another person said, "Bob, you just did dig more hole for Idris. You forget saying as somebody for the other line records you and the phone still dey in use, abi, and the phone will be used as evidence, abi. You also forget say AI no sabi Yoruba and Pidgin. Just dey embarrass yourself." Another person wrote, "Your legal team just wants to eat your money because you won't win the case because you're gonna learn in the hard way. Don't play. Because you have put those officers in big trouble that may cost their job upon their years of service." And now on the foreign scene, some 100,000 people have fled to Syria from Lebanon due to Israeli airstrikes, a figure that has doubled in 2 days, the United Nations refugee head said on Monday. The number of people who have crossed into Syria from Lebanon fleeing Israeli airstrikes, Lebanese and Syrian nationals, has reached 100,000, Filippo Grandi said on X. The outflow continues, he warned. He said his UN refugee agency, UNHCR, was present at 4 crossing points alongside local authorities and the Syrian Red Crescent to support new arrivals. The mass displacement into war-torn Syria began a week ago on September 23rd, the UNHCR told AFP on Saturday. Israel has widened its attacks in recent days to include Lebanon as well as the Gaza Strip, targeting Iran's regional ally Hezbollah. Strikes on Hezbollah targets in Lebanon killed its leader Hassan Nasrallah on Friday. In the last week, Israeli bombardment has killed more than 700 people in Lebanon, including 14 paramedics, over a 2-day period, according to Lebanon's health ministry. By Friday, 30,000 people had crossed into Syria, according to UNHCR. Its representatives in Syria, Gonzalo Vargas Llosa, said around 80% were Syrian nationals and 20% Lebanese. Most are women and children, although some males have crossed. About half are children and adolescents, he told reporters. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.